Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. Hear that rooster sing, coffee's ready for a fling. Southern Fried has news for you. Updates on life's going on, and maybe a joke or two. Get up, pray up, and coffee up. Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. We got laughs, we got prayer, celebrate our nation every day. Love our vets, love our land. It's the home of the free and the land of the brave. Get up, pray up, coffee up.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday edition of the Southern Fried Podcast Morning Show. Hope you're having a great start to your day. I'm Rob. That's Dave. How you doing this morning, Dave?
Good morning, everybody. Happy on your Friday. I hope you are have great plans for the weekend. Still a little wet in North Georgia, but we're getting there.
Oh, why is it wet? Is it still raining up there?
On and off. We've had some rain this last couple of days, little storms. I think it even kicked the power out once while I was at work.
Ugh. That's not any fun. I don't like
No,
it.
well, we need rain. Well, no, not that. I think it just blipped. I don't think it was. I don't think it like went out for a while. I think it was just one of those things where it blinked because I noticed I had to start my system up one day when I got in the studio, and the clock was flashing. Usually that's a telltale sign.
Yeah. Well, for me, it used to be having a wet floor, but I changed my stuff around a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be a good weekend. Pretty weather still.
Well,
I like it.
I'm still thinking about sliding down to Florida maybe Saturday. But the water's a little bit cool. It's 69 degrees. As long as there's not a big breeze blowing, it'll be all right, but that's still pretty chilly.
Today is National Gingerbread Cookie Day and Red Mitten Day and Stuffing Day.
Would Stuffing Day be like Thanksgiving?
Well, it's also Substitute Educators Day, Friday before Thanksgiving.
Whoa.
National days.
Thank you, Miss Elizabeth. She's a substitute teacher. On with her other many skills.
She is an amazing person.
She is.
The Texans come back and beat the Buffalo Bills. Well, they had sacked the quarterback, Josh Allen, 8 times. It was a close game. Texans are getting back in the playoff hunt. And Buffalo is still playing very well. But it's a big win by the Texans last night. I didn't pick them to win. They did a good job.
And so they sacked their quarterback 8 times.
Yeah. Buffalo's really good team. Of course, James Cook from Georgia plays on that team. Stephon Diggs used to play on that team, but he switched over. I think he was with the Texans. And so kind of come back and beat his old team. But I like both teams actually. And it was a good game, good Thursday night game.
You was talking about your fall. Can you imagine what you'd feel like if you got sacked 8 times? Had that big old guys tackling you like that?
No, that's why people don't realize it ain't just the sacks, it's the knockdowns and the pressures, and you get bumped around, knocked around, tripped, and by the end of the game, you're pretty beat up if you get hit like that.
Mm.
And they stand in there and take a hit to make sure they get the play, and then get drilled by a 300-plus lineman coming at him like he's a really fast, they're fast. They're fast athletes for their size.
Oh, yeah. Whew. Man, I wouldn't want to get hit by that. Not even a little bit.
Good morning, sir, on Instagram. How are you doing today? I don't know if you're still there, but it shows you in the stream. We appreciate you. Hope that you're doing well today.
Hey, VJ Goki, glad you're here. I don't know how we say that name, but hopefully I didn't butcher it too bad. We're from South Georgia. We've been known to butcher names. We're kind of known for it. I don't know why, but we are. So,
What is it?
we recorded our first Southern Fried podcast with Love and Deers Ministries yesterday, and I had it scheduled out, I thought, to come out Monday at 1 p.m., but apparently on Facebook it got put up. So y'all go on and jump in and watch that one on Facebook. It'll be coming out on YouTube Monday at 1 o'clock, and I'm going to have it come out everywhere else as well that I can.
Thank you, Watchman. I got called a doctor going into a CPR class recently. I didn't know what the guy was talking about. First question I answered correctly, he said, I told you he was a doctor. I don't know where it came from. But Dr. Cornbread, I'll take that. Morning to you. Then birthdays today. Among them, Bajork, 60 years old today. Wow. Never was much into Bajork, but they had that one song that kind of made it big. I remember them. Goldie Hawn, 79 years old today. Happy birthday, Goldie Hawn. Let's see. Not much else in that world right now. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Yeah. Michael Strahan's 53. He's made a big career for himself after football.
Yeah.
He is 53. Happy birthday, Mr. Strahan.
Yeah. Well, there might be a trip in the future for me, even down to Panama City this weekend. Water temperature at Panama City is 70.5. Might just slip on down there and get out in the water. It's not too bad till you get out, though. In April, it says it's warm, and its water temperature runs about 70.2. So they still considered warm. They don't really start considering it cold till it gets down below 60. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, 69-degree water is pretty cold.
Yeah, that's cold. I wouldn't want to be in it.
70's cold too, but ain't but a degree difference. So it makes a difference on how quick you lose body temperature and how long you can stay out there.
Yeah, I don't want to be in no cold water.
Mm. But there is stuff you see when the water's cooler that you don't see when the water's warmer. And, it makes a difference sometimes on what you get to see. But cold water's cold water.
Yeah, I don't look under the water, so I just go by. If I like the feeling of it, I'll do it. If not, I'm out. I don't want to see what's under the water.
You might, yeah. Sometimes it'll weird you out when you look under there and you see the creepy stuff. So yeah.
Actually, I haven't been in the ocean in a long time. I swim in the pool at the hotel. I walk on the beach.
You can find creepy stuff in the bottom of them hotels hotel pools too. Don't think you can't. I ain't gonna tell you what you'll find in the bottom of some of them. That's a creepy swim too.
About anywhere. A lot of bad stuff out there. People don't clean good or whatever. Nasty, do nasty things.
Wow.
I was looking. These allergies are killing me. Today we're supposed to have a little bit of storm, but it's set these 70s and 50s. It's amazing weather. It's going to dip down a little bit, but we're still looking really good for the foreseeable future, all the way through Thanksgiving into early December. The temperatures are not bad up here, which is typical for us. We don't really start seeing the really cold stuff until around January.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to hit 78 degrees. Right now it's 55 out there. But it's supposed to get on up there good and warm today. And then tomorrow is when we have thunderstorms around. It's going to be 84 degrees with thunderstorms. So
Watchman, you can't swim. Some people can't. So I get it. One of my sons can't. He just never really learned. We tried. He just had a great fear. He just can't do it. But he'll get in water. He just won't get in way deep or anything. He'll stay near the shallow end of a pool or something. Play with the kids.
Yeah, that's fun too, getting out there playing with the youngins. I like getting out on these reefs and stuff and doing a rock crawl around the reef and stuff. I enjoy that. I love seeing all the critters and stuff like that. You do have to be aware of your surroundings and what's out there with you, but I mean, that's part of the excitement of it. You never know what you're going to see. So that's, last time we were down there, we saw a shark, we saw a manatee, we saw a dolphin. That was in the same day and night.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to see. One of the cool things about the jetty down there, though, is you start off in real shallow water. I mean, not even knee deep, and start snorkeling and see stuff and critters. And it gradually deepens up, and it gives you a chance to. It's a great place for beginners because you get used to your fins and you get used to clearing your mask and stuff in shallow water. And then it just gradually gets deeper. It's a very, very slow decline. You can get deeper water. So next thing you know, you turn around, you might be in knee deep water, and then gradually you'll try and realize, crap, water's about 20 foot deep here. I didn't even know that, and I'm still swimming down and looking under rocks and stuff. If you're going to do that, you're going to record it with a camera, get a selfie stick. There's places you can stick that selfie stick that you ain't going to stick your hand, though.
I wouldn't be putting my hand there anyway. I wouldn't want to, tell what's going to come out and bite you.
I've swam down under rocks down there, just looking to see what I could see. Because you don't know till you go look, and you swim down and you look. And I wear weights, so I get down there pretty easy. I go pretty deep. Look under a rock, and I've looked under rocks to see eels pulled back, ready to light into me. I let them have their hole. I come back out.
I wouldn't want to mess with them, that's for sure.
The eels will put a hurting on you. A small eel will put a hurting on you. Them guys don't play.
No, they don't.
You remember when I got bit down at the fish store trying to be smart and getting one out of a bucket?
I'm not sure.
They sent it to me in a little mesh bag, and they had the drawstrings were floating on top, and there wasn't but about this much water in the bottom. And he was all mad. It was one of them little viper morays. So I'll be smart. Now, I could have went and got a pencil or a net or a feeding prong and pulled them strings up. But no, I was way too smart for that. I just reached in and tapped side of the bucket with this hand. And when he turned to get that hand, I grabbed them strings with the other hand. And he had me bit before I get my other hand out of there.
Man.
He got blood too. People stand around. Got bit, didn't you? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as you think. I've played with octopi before. You want to be careful on which ones you play with, but most of the Atlantic octopi and stuff like that, they're not that bad. They feel really weird, and they are very strong. All right, as far as their tentacle strength, but generally they're not looking to cause any problems. They're more just curious. They're a very smart animal. Octopuses are, and some of them, like the blue ring, are very poisonous as well. They've been known, like in most aquariums, if you have a filter hanging on the back, they'll have a little that has the spout going down. They'll have that little cover, strainer cover. And they've been known to take those off and go up in the tube. They've been known to get up in an aquarium. We saw it do it out at the fish store, swim over to the corner after we first put him in, and he'd grab a shell and pull it over the top of him, and he's gone. He disappeared. You couldn't even see him. So then somebody came in and said, "Where's the octopus?" So I went and moved the shell, and he took two little things up, turned bright red, swim across. Would never have nothing to do with me after that. Made him mad. If I got over the tank, anybody else go over and feed him. I go over, he turned red, throw them two little tentacles up, swim across the tank. Nothing to do with me.
Long memory.
Yeah. They actually have put crabs in jars and screwed the lid down on them, with water in it and sink it in the tank. And those octopuses will figure out how to take that lid off and get the crab out. I mean, they're smart. They're a lot smarter than what people give them credit for.
Yeah.
It's amazing how smart.
Nature is amazing. God give, there's a lot there we don't know. We don't understand.
Yeah. There's a lot of that stuff we won't understand until we get to heaven, but then we'll be able to ask.
Speaking of that, Bible verse today, John 14:3, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. One of the greatest verses in the Bible. John 14:3. Yes.
We had an eel that went into the air filter thing and got down there at the bottom. And did you have one of those, what was it, like a under gravel filter? That's what it sounds like. Yeah, freshwater eels are notorious for that. The best thing I've found, if you're going to keep an eel, I've kept several, you have to put screening over your tank, and any place that has an opening, you got to put screen over it. You just have to. They'll get into any hole they can find. And if they can find a way out of the tank, they're going to find a way out of the tank too. Especially the saltwater eels that get larger. They got enough strength, they can push up a lot of stuff. I had a snowflake moray once that was huge. He was about 4 foot long. He got big. Of course, I overfed him. I power fed him. But I came downstairs one morning. He's laying there on the floor dry, kind of. And I picked him up, threw him back in the tank, and he survived.
Wow.
It's like, my goodness, I thought I'd lost a 4 foot eel. He became the meanest thing in the world. He ate everything I put in the tank. So,
If I'd have stepped on him, he'd have been a dead 4-foot eel anyway.
yeah. Oh, when I got him, he was this cute little worm eel, a little snowflake moray worm. He grew up. A small black with orange stripes, about 3 inches long. Yeah, there's several species of freshwater eel that you can keep in a tank that are fairly docile. And that sounds like one of those. It may have been a loach. They're orange and black, or black with orange stripes as well. There's also a clown loach, but he shouldn't have went down your filter. So yeah, it's probably one of those little eels or a loach or something like that. They're a pain in the butt to keep out of filters. I don't like the under gravel filters at all. I didn't like them in freshwater. It led to a lot of problems and issues for me. And I have found that the hang on the back power filters are the way to go. I'm planning on getting a new fish tank to set up over yonder on the other side of this office. And if I do, I'm going to stock it from the jetty where we go free diving all the time. And I may put a sump filter in there that runs underneath. I haven't decided yet. I think a lot of it's going to depend upon what size tank I can find and afford. So, being this close to Florida and Tallahassee, though, I have seen 280-gallon tanks for sale. But then that and can afford part comes in.
Yeah, and that's a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm. It's like on a fish tank. I mean, water weighs over 8 pounds a gallon, but on a fish tank setup, mine would be more. But they say you want to figure 10 to 12 pounds per gallon because you got to figure in the weight of the stand, the tank, the canopy, the lighting, and stuff like that. So for a 100-gallon tank, you're looking at a lot of weight. Just for 100-gallon. So that'd be 1,200 pounds at 10 pounds a gallon. So a 180, you might as well figure it a ton, literally. So
reinforce the floor.
Yeah. Well, I've been putting a lot of thought in that, and my stepdad's an engineer, and I put a lot of thought into it. What I think I'm going to do is get me a 4x8 sheet of plywood and put down, so it'll spread the weight out over the rafters. Ever grown a sweet tater in fish tank? It keeps the water clear and fish healthy, and they will have brighter colors. Nope, I had never grown a sweet tater in a tank. I know a lot of, the freshwater tanks. I used to set a lot of them up planted, and there's a whole bunch of different plants you can get that are a lot more aesthetically pleasing than a sweet potato would be. And they keep the tank clear. They help with all that too. They help eat the fish waste and stuff like that. It becomes fertilizer for the plants, and the plants produce oxygen, makes more oxygen for the fish, which then in turn helps keep the water clear because they're getting all the yucky stuff out. And the plants putting the extra oxygen in, your fish are healthier and they have the brighter colors. But there's a whole bunch of different plants you can do. If you drop your water level about this much in a freshwater planted tank, get you like a 55-gallon or a 75-gallon, something that doesn't cost too much. And they have LED lighting now that is a lot cheaper than what we used to have. But if you'll drop it down about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, there's these banana plants. It looks like a bunch of bananas, but they're a lily pad, and they'll float up and they'll make a lily pad on top. And if you drop the water down a little bit, you get to see the flower when it blooms. And that's pretty neat. I always enjoyed those. So, but you have low-lying plants, higher growing plants. There's just different plants that you can put in there that will do the same thing that looks a lot better than a sweet tater. But that would be interesting, one of them little beta vases. Just kind of wedge the tater down in there. That would be neat. Morning, Joseph. That's an interesting name.
Good morning. How are you doing today, bro? On this Friday, kicking off on the weekend.
Yes.
Stormy Friday here.
I guess our storms aren't getting here till tomorrow. So I guess that's going to knock a beach. What's the forecast down in Panama City tomorrow? Let's change it. Look at it.
Yeah, a lot of people are a little sickly up here. The weather's all over the place.
Okay. I had never done that. It says a thunderstorm around early tomorrow. Early. If I went down there tomorrow, I wouldn't get down there till a little bit later. 78 degrees. That don't sound too bad. In the afternoon, what's the probability of thunderstorms? Afternoon. Probability of precipitation, 55%. 70% cloud cover. Wind gusts, 21 miles per hour, and it's 77 degrees and coming out of the water wet. I don't think I want no part of that, Dave. I don't think I'm going.
That would be cold. That would be cold.
You come out of water, it's a little bit cooler than the air is, but you come out of the water and then you got a 21 mile an hour wind. It's already going to be cold. My goodness, you'll freeze slap to death trying to get out of there.
I was thinking about going. They were having one last dirt practice, having a race tomorrow, but the practices are you can go down and go to the grandstand for free. But due to the weather up here, they've canceled the practice at North Georgia Speedway, so that's off. There'll still be the turkey run or whatever, the gobble run or whatever they call it on the Saturday. But the practice for today was canceled due to the rain. So next time, we'll try to get hooked in next year. Follow our driver, Miss Danielle Loner, and through some of these dirt tracks, and just didn't happen for today. But she wasn't going to be there, but I just want to go down and meet some of the guys and stuff, but they canceled the practice. So. But free, you can go down for free.
Yeah.
In the grandstands, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Well. Sorry, I couldn't see what was going on right there. I think they're working on that there, Watchman.
I'm asked the price of it. They're looking at their 2026 prices. I'm pretty sure we can get it done because you have different price points depending on size and placement on the car. And from what I talked to her already, I definitely think there's something can be done. I just don't, her dad does all that, so I think we definitely can get it done. And then they sell merch, T-shirts, and the logo, whichever logo we choose, racing logo, SFP, whichever one it is, will go on the T-shirt. So we'll see. We're working it out. There's a lot of time. They don't start till March of next year, so we got a little time. That'd be pretty cool, though. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Maybe we root her into victory lane, and there she is, winner, and the logo's right there with her. That's pretty cool. We can get pictures with the car and all that kind of stuff. So we're working it out. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion. Yeah. I'm actually trying to work on a second sponsor for her as well. So just trying to help her out. It's expensive. Mm-hmm. Fuel, anything that gets broke, your entry free. They've got a little bit of sponsorship that helps out with different things like the fuel and stuff like that. So, but it could be $400 just for the fuel on the weekend. That's and then your entry fee and the cost to get there and all that, which is not that far. But if there's anything gets broke, then you're talking big money. So it's always needed. She works and is in school. She's a go-getter. I admire her.
Well, she said, I think you asked her about cheating, and she said if you're winning, you're cheating.
Yeah, pretty much. And somebody got mad about that, and the guys went because they wrecked her in the chat. I just ignored them, but they were being ugly. I mean, they were knocking it all over the place. She had to gain respect. She had to dump a couple of them in the wall, because they were probably pushing her around because she was a girl. But and people, this is what people don't understand. Everybody likes to think that all these athletes are squeaky clean. They would never do something like that. Or every athlete has thought about ways to play the rules. To meaning, can I go past? Can I slightly do this? Can I change this? All of them have gotten caught at one time or another. I mean, Richard Petty back in the day did some crap. Let's just say it. And he talks about it today. I mean, they were doing all kinds of crap, but everybody was. It wasn't just them. Sometimes you got caught. Sometimes you didn't. Yeah, man, I know it. I thought about that. That's a heck of a lot of work, man. I've sit and watched them start doing that because they run several times. So like they're all around that car, just breaking it all down. That's crazy. I can't imagine the cost. That's why they got to have a big sponsor.
No
the
doubt.
great John Force retired. 16 titles.
Wow. Is that more than who was the guy that drove the rainbow car? Jeff Gordon.
Well, he's Top Fuel. NASCAR. It's more than double, I think, because it's 7-time champion or something like that for Petty, and I think Gordon and Earnhardt right around that. Hello, Jake.
Yeah, you know that. Everybody knows that, Jake. It's hard to go through life being this good looking. Y'all just don't know. I keep having to tell everybody, hey, eyes here, eyes here. Oh my goodness. But I am looking forward to getting out and doing something this weekend. I noticed the humidity's up there awfully high. Oh, that's not nice, Jake. And then he said he was sorry.
Wow, Watchman, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Man. That's smoking.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the G forces.
That would not be fun. I don't think.
They live for it. They love to smell that fuel and pressure down the highway. Quarter mile. They get there quicker than I can get down the quarter mile.
Wow. Hey, did you hear about this idiot? They caught him on camera walking up to wolves in Yellowstone Park. There's a pack of wolves, and he goes walking up to them, sprayed something at them. Why they didn't tear him to pieces, I don't know. I mean, they very well could have. What an idiot. I mean, do you think, these are wild animals, and they're bred to hunt. That's what they live for, is to hunt. And you're going to go walking up to them, spraying stuff at them? I mean, you might as well just wore a bacon jumpsuit or something. and went walking up to him.
Yeah, not good. Not very smart.
What an idiot! They found the guy and cited him for it. It's still under investigation. Don't appear any of the animals were harmed. They don't know what he sprayed on them yet. But they are strong. $1,200 in outstanding fines. Oh my gosh. Probably not. I would say not. If I watch anything this weekend, it'd be some football. But I got a bunch of other stuff on my plate this weekend, and that I'm looking forward to. I might slip down to the lake to see if I can catch me a fish if the thunderstorms will hold off. I haven't been fishing in a while.
Oh, that's cool, Watchman. That's awesome.
There you go.
Very cool. I've never been to one. I've watched them on TV. I've never been to one.
Well, have you got your Thanksgiving turkey yet?
No.
Well, I don't know about up there, but I do know that down here at the new Publix in Bainbridge, they've got the turkeys on sale for 49 cents a pound. And that's the cheapest price I've heard of this year.
I'm not sure if we're going to do that or not. We're going to do a ham. We're not going to do a big dinner.
Yeah.
I got you, Watchman. Yeah.
I went ahead and got two of them. I may get another one. I'm thinking that turkey's one of those things that's healthy for you if you roast it. I'm not saying deep fried turkey's healthy, but you can cut it up, put it in the freezer after you get it cooked, and have sandwiches or throw it turkey and dressing or whatever later on. Just saying. Make some good sandwiches. And in this day and age, when you're looking to save $1, that could help. So a lot of meat.
I like gravy on it, but I like turkey.
Yeah. And everybody trying to cut corners right now, 49 cents a pound. We got two big old turkeys for $12. It's hard to beat that. And that's meals with leftovers and everything else. And if you're trying, like I said, times are tough. Right? Take advantage of it. If you got a freezer and you got room to put them in there. Yes. I can eat it anytime too. I love it with dressing. That is my favorite, I think. Well, Dave, I got to step away for just a minute and I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, Watchman, I'm kind of like that, man. I can eat the turkey and fix it about anytime. My wife is wanting the ham. Oh, yeah. Definitely want to do it in the bag. I don't like it real dry, but you can at least help that with the gravy. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, my wife's health and all, we're going to cook a little bit, but she's going to her sister's, which she's always stopped by there. It's the only ones left besides the nieces and nephews. Everybody else has passed, mom and two sisters. And so her sister's wanting her to come over. But I told her, we're going to do a little something at home. She's just not able to do it right now. But it's just about really upsets her because she likes to cook. She's wore out from it when she gets done, but she likes to cook. So Arby's has Thanksgiving sandwich. I want to try that. I hadn't seen that. That sounds good though. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going and trying that. Thanks for relaying that. I didn't. I missed that somewhere. But yeah, I like. We did the elections, and a lot of us we've done a little bit of everything. But for us guys that usually work together in our precinct, we've gotten to where we just all pitch in and bring sandwich stuff and cookies or something too, which ain't good for you. But we usually get ham or turkey. I mean, both of them, maybe one other thing, and we'll just have us a sandwich throughout the day. And I usually get the turkey, and he gets some really good thick sliced. It's not the thin stuff, This is not the stuff you can see through. It's a thick slice. It's still in a bag, but it's really good. And we get wheat bread, and we'll have that and some chips or something. It's a quick snack throughout the day. And some of the precincts really get into it. They'll be having I don't like to eat too much because you start getting sleepy. Just a little bit throughout the day. That's what we do. And we'll eat popcorn. I like to cook too. I cooked a killer shepherd's pie last night. My wife got to where she was really good at that. She used to never cook it. Somebody, I don't know who gave her the, and I'm not saying it's hard. It's just something her family never did. But she got to where she did that a lot in the last few years. That is a really good dinner right there. Absolutely. Well, I learned a lot about you, Dad. I didn't know you was into the drag racing. Didn't know you was into cooking. That's cool. That's cool, man. The only thing my wife could never really cook, and I'm not a big fan anyway, so it didn't bother me. My granddaughter is, but she never really got the dumplings down. I don't know why. The chicken was fine. The dumpling, it just never came out right. Used to frustrate her. It'd be okay. It was eatable. It just wasn't to her standard, and she would just eat everybody else's. Yeah, with hoop cheese melted on top. Yeah, that sounds like a winter chicken dinner. What else do you like besides that, man? Like what's your other thing that you really like as a dish? Excuse me.
I don't normally put my turkey in a bag. I do tin it with tinfoil. I hadn't put one in a bag before. I have had them deep fried, and they came out really good. My stepdad used to do that. They deep fry one in a heartbeat.
We've done bag and tinfoil, but the bag is really good. It locks all that in. We've done both.
Throw you a couple sticks of butter under the skin there. Oh, that probably kills the healthy part of it, but it sure does help. Speaking of hockey pucks, my first duty station after school was Adak, Alaska. And I was dating my first wife at the time, and she sent me brownies. And, when you're off over, that was out in the Aleutian Islands. When you're out there, all there is military people. And you get a box from home, you get excited, okay? And I open up this box, and there's this package of brownies. And my roommate and I, we both grabbed one at the same time. We should grab one. And we bent down. We're like, ah. And we pulled them out and looked at them. None of those brownies got ate. They were like bricks. And I think there's probably still some there leveling racks if the base was still open. Because we leveled a rack with one of them, a bunk bed type rack. And it was still there when we left.
Wow. That's pretty dang hard.
They were hard, dude. Wow. Of course, he was from Louisiana and I was from Georgia, and they used to make fun of us. Well, y'all eat chitlins and hog balls and stuff like that. Well, my mom made these little cheese cookies. They were about that big around, and they were like flat on one side. So we had some people come in, they were making fun of us about what we're eating, and Mom had sent me some of those, and me and my roommate, we were sitting there eating them. They're like, "Oh, those look great. Can I have some?" Sure. So they dove in, they started eating them, and I was like, "You know what you're eating, right?" We call them mountain oysters in South Georgia. No, they're not. See, if you look on the back, you can see the veins and stuff in there. And they flipped it over and looked, and there was little cracks in the biscuit, and they thought it was veins. They wouldn't eat them no more. In fact, they never ate nothing that came out of our care packages anymore. I don't know if she ever made tea cakes or not. No, she made those.
Hey, I'm about to get off here. I'll be taking the kids to school. I just got a message. They closed down Cloud Springs and Cross Street, and that's going to be a disaster area. So I'm about to get the kids moving earlier because the traffic's going to be really, really bad this morning. So
Okay.
we'll see everybody in a little while. Get them kids moving, and rain too. It's not going to be pretty. I'll have to go all the way around and come in the back way, and I can't imagine what that's going to look like this morning.
No,
I don't know if there's a wreck or what, but they just messaged everybody and kind of said if that's the way you come in, you're going to have to choose another route. So not good.
Wow.
You get $20 for a plate of tea cakes. Good morning, Steve. Hope you're doing okay, buddy.
All right, we talked about you last night. You was a part of fan mail on Cornbread Nation last night. You'll have to go back and watch that.
Anyway, everybody have a blessed day.
You do the same, sir.
Stay safe. Take care.
Yeah, you was part of fan mail last night. I think the question was along the lines of, what does Steve say when he's live on air and he hits his thumb with his hammer? I think it was mother's son of a God blessed fudge. That would have been a lot more funny if you had spelled it B-I instead of B-Y. That's not very nice on my part. Sorry, guys. But, well, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm glad it's Friday. I've been waiting for this all week long. I was planning on going with baseball, but it's going to storm on me, so I ain't going. So, hey, Steve, I need some 90-degree brackets with screw holes in them that come out on the top side 8 inches with a hook. Can you make me something like that? My truck tried to kill me Monday morning, so I've been fixing my transportation issues all week. Finally solved it last night. All right, good. So you're free of blacksmith. I need 2 of them. One to go on each end of the shelf I'm building. They can be as decorative as you want to make them, but basically I need 2 flat pieces to come up at a 90. You can do that, yeah. Just let me know what the price on that is. Just let me know at Southern Fried and at Yahoo, and I'll get you some money that way. Just as black as you can make them. You know, that's what I need. Well, if they match your hooks, that would be perfect. If you can get them this same color. I about got my wood ready and to build the shelves with, and I'm gonna hide the screws. I'm gonna do some pocket screws on them, but I just want to get the end of it there where you can like hang hat, because I have hats all the time, or a coat, or an umbrella. You know, whatever you want to hang on the hook, you can hang on. But yeah, I'll need to pull out that wood again and take some measurements and make sure I get you the absolute correct. But I'm pretty sure it's 8 inches is what I need. But I'll double check it. But yeah, that's going to be neat. We're going to have some of my woodworking, some of your metalworking all coming together on one piece. That'll be fun. We can show it off when I get done. So, I just got to find the time and energy to get all this stuff done around here that I need to get done. That's a fun project. Now I got other projects that's not so fun. I got to cut down some trees. I got to do all kind of stuff around here. Get garden beds put in. I got to get some fruit trees planted. I just got tons. I've kind of been wanting to experiment with a more industrial design of brackets lately. 90-degree bend and a piece of flat bar stock with a piece of rebar supporting it at 45. That might do just fine. It just might. Yeah, but send me a picture, for example. I mean, make it as, it's going to be out. It's going to be in the living room, basically. So, yeah, make it as decorative as you want. I mean, play with it and do whatever. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Uh-oh. Jake's telling me I got to get off. I got 9 more minutes, Jake. Don't you worry about what I'm doing. Jake says, Steve, who won the giveaway? Hey, Steve's driving. He's on his way to work. Well, he might be at work by now, just sitting in the parking lot waiting to go in. But I don't know about y'all, but I'm still worn out from yesterday. Of course, I didn't get no sleep last night, so I'm probably going to try to get some today. And I think I want some of those big, wide water shoes, so you can run on the water with them. I think I want to get some of that, but some of those, but just to run around on. That might be fun. I can't remember the names, but I posted them on Half Pine Forge, Pickaxe, Facebook, and Instagram. I saw them when they came out, so I don't remember who they were either. Some bone broth. I do use broth a lot there, Watchman. I mainly use it in my dressing. I use a lot of chicken broth. I like the chicken flavor on it. And I'm not driving now. I listen to music on the way into work instead of you guys. Sorry, but I haven't had a working radio in over a year. I missed it. I can understand that. I really can. Oh, and my new camera came in, and I love it, dude. You can have it where it tracks you or don't track you. I had it tracking me the other day when I was on here, and Dave said if I'd have been watching what he was watching, I'd have had a seizure. But right now, you can unlock it, and it'll just be in one place, or you can lock it onto you, and it'll follow you everywhere. That might be cool for you. I'm telling you, this might be cool for you in the shop. I think you would like it, especially if you were out away from it a little bit, and it would slowly track you. Man, it's fast. It's voice activated and everything. You got to call it tiny, though. It gets a complex, I think. Sometimes it don't want to listen. But, you got your new camera in Tuesday last week. Well, I had to wait for my new internet box to get here before I could even play with mine right. But hopefully my picture's a lot better. It looks to be. As I'm going over the sites, I don't look blurry. I look burly, but not blurry. So that's a thing. So yeah, I like it. Well, guys, we're getting on up toward time. We're about 4 till, and I think I'm gonna log off here, and I might go in there and get me something to eat, and I might lay down a little bit. Oh, I didn't get no sleep last night. I'm about ready for a little bit. So I'm going to give y'all a big old God bless you. We did a new show yesterday, by the way, Love Endures with Southern Fried Podcast. with myself, Miss Elizabeth, and Joe and Donna from Love Endures Ministries. I meant for them to come out next Monday at 1 p.m. However, the one on Facebook decided to come out last night. Probably operator error. So it's out there on Facebook. Y'all go check it out, see what you think. Give it a like, and give us a like and follow out there, especially on Facebook. But they'll be coming out on YouTube, and I'm going to try to get it scheduled out for Monday at 1 o'clock on Rumble as well, or 12 o'clock. So, but anyway, it's out there on Facebook now. Y'all can check it out. This show is a recorded show. It'll continue to be recorded. If you have any topics that you want to bring in to Joe and Donna, there are counselors that come on. Then you have myself and Miss Elizabeth, and we discuss the topics that you send in. And Joe and Donna are Christian counselors, and like last night we were covering the Christmas blues and not going to your family dinner because of political affiliations and all that kind of stuff. So it's worth checking out. I think it's a very good show. One of our things here on Southern Fried is Southern, Christian, and conservative. And it really touches in on the Christian aspect of it. And I really enjoyed that. So she says, now I have two. So once I figure out how to run both cameras, I'll have multiple views. Mickey Mouse voice. I also have another special tool that'll help us later. I am going to be getting some wireless mics, but I've been thinking about that on the multiple views too. And I think I've got an idea on that too, because I can run multiple cameras into StreamYard, which will be fun. And if I'm looking at something else that'll let me run 3. So, yes. Guys, y'all have a great day. God bless you. Get through this Friday. Get your weekend started. Big old salute. Love you guys. And we will see y'all at some point in time this weekend. So, hey, y'all have a great day. Get through it. Start your weekend. Bye, guys.
Welcome to the morning show with Dave and Rob on the Southern Fried Podcast. We get you up, we start you right, we rock your mornings all the time. Grab your coffee and your smile, join on in for a while. So come on in and have a blast for a good time that will last. Start your day